I am. I am the little girl who kissed a girl and meant it. I knew there was something wrong with me, but it was my secret. So I kissed boys and tried not to be wrong again. They gave me a name in the 7th grade schoolyard, my back pressed against the brick wall, and the hands of a much larger girl encircling my neck, her clenched fist aimed at my cheek. Lesbian, Leslie, Dyke. The growing crowd jeered, and I saw their faces, one by one. Some of them had even been my friends. Come back to lunch tomorrow, and I'll kill you, bitch, the bully whispered in my ear as she licked my cheek and spit on my shoes. I digested every last word with my peanut butter sandwich as I walked the neighborhood in the rain. I learned to time my return perfectly as the bell rang and the last kids trickled into the building. I wondered of those other kids' stories, stragglers too, the loners, the very pregnant, all sad, the ones who came in last, so they would not be caught in the crowd. It was my secret, and it was only September. I did not know what the word lesbian was, but I knew it wasn't good. You don't need to know about that, my mom replied, shocked as she whirled around from doing dishes, eyes flashing with disbelief at my question. So I found out on my own, nearly dropping the book I had secreted away in a corner of a public library as I read the words, "Lesbians are women who are attracted to other women and perform unnatural and sinful acts against God." Am I a lesbian? Dear God, I don't want to be a lesbian. I'm sorry I had that dream again last night. I'll do better, I promise. I don't want to be a lesbian. So I wasn't. I dated boys, and I tried really hard to like them. The first woman I ever loved was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen. We were young, confused nurses who had a secret. She chose the Air Force over me. It was ask, don't tell, and we didn't. She let me go, but her stars and stripes were forever burned into my heart. I don't want to be a lesbian. I cried myself to sleep, exhausted from a despair so deep that I still don't know how I escaped, how I did not pull the trigger that lonely night in Texas. It was my secret. So I kept running from myself. I was a liar, but I was not a lesbian. Years later, I found some new friends, and I found myself. If they could like me for me, maybe I could like me for me. No more secrets. I came out. I came out of the dark closet that could no longer contain my secrets or my spirit. My family was confused and frightened for my safety. They thought it was a phase. In time, though, they came to see how much it had hurt for me to deny me. And sure, the bullies still called me names and spit on my shoes and even threatened my life as I fought for the rights I was denied just because I was a lesbian and I was still alive. But wait, it gets better. I am a skilled nurse, a mentor, a cherished friend, a homeowner, a published writer, some would say a poet, and don't I know it? I'm an ordained priestess of goddess, a weekend wine-drinking philosopher, a healer, a dreamer of a world where we don't need secrets, where we can all celebrate a myriad of stories of who we really are. I'm queer, and I belong here. I'm a sometime songstress, a bird counter, an owl whisperer, and an Amazon dancer. I'm a respected daughter, a beloved auntie, and a legal wife to the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. I am a lesbian, and this is just my story. One story in an infinite sea of survival. Stories of how it gets better.